Hey, welcome to another installment here of CR Wrestling Commentary. I'm your host, Cedric Kennedy, answering viewer questions. Alzanta has the question of how does wrestler work out on their body? Had to decipher that a little bit. Still not really sure of absolutely what he's asking, but I am assuming he wants to know what's a workout regimen. You know, how do they get so fit, so ripped, and whatnot for those that do. I'm going to start off by saying every human being, it's not about race, it's not about color, complexion. No, it's about their specific DNA. And it also makes it so that they metabolize foods differently. Some kind of don't metabolize food at all. And they just kind of put it on. They can't stop it. Like there are people I've seen, wrestlers, people I've seen in real life that they are gym freaks. And you would think they never went there any day in their life. They'll spend 3 and 6 hours working out, sweating, pumping that iron. And they just no muscle mass and just gain weight. And they have a very low diet. And I mean, like, this is before it was a craze. I was a teenager and I've seen this. So that's one thing. So keep that in mind. Anything that I'm about to say after that, you will have to take it with probably about not a grain, but a dash of salt, because everybody is different. In general, wrestlers, if you look at them back in the NWA days, GWF, wow, lots. I'm just thinking anytime in that era of the 1956 and up until roughly, I'll say about 84, 86 area. Wrestlers came in various sizes of tone and some not so toned. Usually a wrestler, they work on cardio. The smartest wrestlers work on cardio, that endurance factor. They work on locking up factor. They work on that muscle that allows the energy to just pump through even when they are in a more relaxed or forcing position. Kurt Angle, I don't know that, but Kurt Angle is one of those masters at that. Olympians do that. Greco-Roman wrestling, they do that. And their body is trying to burn fat all day long. You know, and there's a point where you can burn so much fat, you start eating away at the muscle. You got to be careful. You know, when they say zero body fat, that's appearance wise, not physically. Without a layer of fat, you have no protection. You're screwed. All right. Environmentally, you're screwed. Don't go in the sun. Don't go in the cold. You're done. All right. So, like Lex Luger, they would say zero body fat. Chris Masters, they would say zero body fat when no, they've got body fat. They're saying appearance and not physiological. So in general, wrestlers will have a moderate carbohydrate intake, not low, not zero. You need carbs to boost and burn energy. Without carbs, you're screwed. All right. They have a high protein, so you don't have to eat as much. All right. But not a foolishly high protein. They hit the gym regularly. They work on, honestly, the smart ones will work on everything they can in and on the body. They have a very specific diet that either works for them or that they heard work and they just, hey, it's working so far, let's keep it going. Some, they don't even have a chance of a diet. Sometimes the schedule, it ain't like that now, but their schedules were so strict that, and I didn't know this until recently, but I had a feeling of it when I was a kid and knew nothing. Because I'm like, well, why am I seeing these people so many times a week? Or I look at you can see them on this day, you can see them on this day and this day. And I'm like, okay, that is literally, I'm only able to see wrestling on Friday nights, but why are they talking about Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Why is it like 6 days? And I remember where I live, there was a Clash of Champions nearby. After the Clash of Champions, that next night, everyone that was on Clash of Champions wrestled again where I was. And I'm like, I watched the Clash of Champions and it was brutal. And then you see them right there performing in front of you, not so brutal. Very short matches. Clash of Champions like 2 hours, 3 hours or something. This is more like an hour and a half, an hour at best, something like that. It was, all the matches were short. Saw Johnny B. Bad knock out Arn Anderson. Well, kind of knock him out. I mean, I glanced down. Anderson laid out, crowd cheering, Johnny B. Bad cheering. And some wrestlers, man, like, some don't even have to work out. They just have that natural, strong tone. You know, when I was a kid, they called that the farmer's physique. You know, just corn-fed, jacked-looking guy. You know, not ripped and veins showing, but a lot of tone and beefy looking. Just natural. They just need cardio, and that's it. They just run and lift things just to keep, you know, just a little lift, not much. And they look good in the ring. They do good. You know, some people were jacked to the gill because they work out all day, all night, go to the ring and can't do much. I've seen it. Sid Vicious. Dan Spivey. I seen it, but I didn't know why they couldn't do what others could do. I didn't understand that. You know, I always try to lie to myself and just say something like, well, you know, look how big they are. They don't have to do anything. They don't have to get on the mat. They don't have to do much. You know, you know, I just, because I always saw something was wrong, but I'm like, oh, well, you know, I don't know anything about this profession, so I'll just say what I got to say to keep it going and enjoy myself. So, you know, I've seen wrestlers when I went to certain wrestling events, independent events. I've seen wrestlers doing push-ups when they thought no one could see them. You know, and listening certain doors, getting away with things. I can hear it like, man, I got to get out there and I got to get my arms toned up. You know, I can hear them. I got to get my arms toned up. And they all concerned, exacerbated. And this is when I knew a smidge about the wrestling business. When I say a smidge, I mean a smidge. You know, you can't even, it's too small to crush, but it's big enough to know that there's something there. That's how much of a smidge I knew. These guys they would do push-ups, some would do sit-ups. It's like to try to tighten up that core. You got to go out in front of everybody. They try to do that real quick stuff. And I mean, they're like quick push-ups. And you see they get up and they're holding their arms and then I just kind of run away. And then when they come out, it's weird. But I thought, is that what goes on? But even now I'm still kind of like, I don't know, because they would come out and they're walking to the ring. And yeah, I can see that the tone that they wanted is now there, when at first when I saw them before they started doing their thing, it wasn't there. So okay, there is something there, but they're coming to the ring, and this is what I'm talking about. They would do that, slap their arm, you know, just slap the right arm, slap the left arm, and go back and forth. And I'm like, is that why they do that? Are their arms sore and they're trying to work it out before they get in the ring? It's a lot of stuff that I even wonder today. Well, not consistently. I have to really, this right here, Alzonta made me think of this stuff. These are things I forgot about, and I only thought about it as I'm talking, and that's how I kind of like to do my commentary. Think about it on the fly. You know, but I gotta admit, for this one, I did contact Alzonta on Discord, and I'm like, what are you really trying to ask here? Because I needed something specific, but he couldn't give me anything specific. So I'm like, okay, maybe he simply means this, and he just didn't word it properly or something. So I'm thinking almost a full total workout and diet and things like that. Some people have a lean meat, high protein vegetable diet. And some take, a lot of them take, like health vitamins and powders and supplements and things like that, that'll pack on protein, that's supposed to raise the metabolism. Raising metabolism is really important. A wrestler that doesn't, and this is going to be true for everyone. This just happens. This right here, you don't take with a grain of salt. This is true. A wrestler or anybody, it doesn't matter. If you don't eat much, if you eat very little, no matter how much energy you're trying to burn, your body's going to go into a state of quote unquote hibernation. And that hibernation, when you do eat, it stores everything. If your metabolism is low because you don't eat much, or because you either don't eat much and even don't exercise much, it's going to be low. And that means your body's going to store any and everything it can get out of whatever you eat and or drink. And most of these guys, this is important too, they stay away from what's called empty sugars, a soda, a fruit juice, and concentrated fruit juice and all that. It's called an empty sugar because there is nothing for the body to dissolve. So it's just sugar in the body, in the stomach, and that's how that works. If you have like an apple or an orange, that pulp, that skin and stuff, that's, obviously after you peel it, but the skin on the inside, you eat that, the body has to break that down. So it uses the sugar in the bloodstream and or in the stomach to help break that stuff down. If you don't have that stuff, if you just have empty sugar, the body says, well, let's soak this up and spend it everywhere. And sometimes for people that absorb that sugar speedily, they will get a sugar high. You get sugar high because endorphins in the brain go off and it's like, we like this, let's do this, yes, let's go. That's what happens. Wrestlers spend a lot of time, when they can, working out. And oftentimes, back in the day, you don't see it today, but back in the day, if you want to see a wrestler work out, watch a wrestling show. But that's usually about all the time they really get to work out before it's get to the show, meal around a little bit, trying to get a sense of the air, see what's going on, how's it going on, the show's about to begin. Go ahead, handle your bathroom stuff, get ready, get dressed, all that stuff, go over some things, see what you got to do, how you got to do it. Then you got the show, the show is going, bam, 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 things going on for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours, depending upon, so every few times, 4 hours. And then immediately after the show, you got to go. Some go to the hotel because of where they're going next, or they try to go as far as they can to where they got to go next and then hit a hotel. Some drive straight. They after the show, they shower. If they shower, drive straight to where they got to go. I know, I've seen it. I've seen Sting, Rick, Scott Steiner, Ron Simmons, Butch Reed. I've seen them bolt. And I mean, Sting was wheeling a Lincoln almost like it was some kind of sports car. Sting had not showered. Sting, he was, this was, lightly colored, what my friend would call Malibu Sting, or some would call Venice Beach or California Sting. Yeah, this was then, some of his face paint was smeared off during we getting autographs and stuff. And I think I got that autograph. I think I still do, from like 88 or 89. I think it was 89, late 89. I think, crap, it might have been in the 90s. Wait, trying to remember. I think it was 8/21/91. I think that's when it was. I talked to Rick and Scott, got a poster from them, went outside. Everybody was trying to go outside at the back of the arena, and Sting had on his boots, saw the tights. He had on a black jacket. He was in the driver's seat of that Lincoln, and you could hear the wheels screech. And he just went up that incline, and the car was shaking as he was going, and you see him put on the brakes. You didn't hear a screech there. Turn left, you could hear a screech, and he bolted down the highway. Bolted. So that you sometimes don't get those chances like you think. You just do what you got to do when you can. You work out when you can, and sometimes they're working out while they're in the ring. Some people they like, look, I just got finished working out. I'm gonna get a shower, get a full shower, get my clothes on, get to the next place early, hit the gym in the morning, work out, if they have a chance to get to the gym. And then, because some places they do this stuff early in the morning, and then you see what they did in the morning at night. And then at night, they're already going to some other place to wrestle. So sometimes you get in what you can when you can. Nowadays, like WWE, AEW, you see them, they got plenty of time to work out. Plenty of time. They can do dietary experiments, keto, and things like that. They can do all that other stuff. And they can get a ripped physique. They can get that little ab package and ripped arms, toned body up and down, things like that. They got plenty of time to do that, plenty of time to tan or something like that. So today's wrestlers, how they work out is basically go to the gym when you feel like it. Try to impress the owner of the company. The owner of the company, they want a big, brutal, beefy looking dude. That's what you got to do. They want someone that's jacked and chiseled. That's what you got to do. If they want someone lean, light, small, to run around real quick and put on high spots all the time, then that's what you do. Is the companies aren't ran the way they need to be or should be. So there are various types of wrestlers on every single show. That could be a great thing if they did it well. And sometimes companies used to actually monitor how the wrestlers would work out. It was like, look, dude, this is looking weird. What you doing here? Why is this not right there? What are you doing? You're messing this or that up. Some used to do that, not all. I've heard a couple of promoters go over some stuff, and that's real life. And I've seen some documentaries, but I don't know how real that was, seeing that it's supposed to be like a hidden camera, but the promoter's looking at the camera. So in any case, I hope I answered your question, Alzanta, and anyone else out there. If you got questions, just throw them all down in the comment section, every single question you might have, and I'll probably be able to do a shorter one on each question, but yet a longer show. It all depends, So with that said, this has been Cedric Kennedy for CR Wrestling Commentary, answering viewers. Thank you for listening.